So whenever you are, you may take us away.
Have you ever been in a time where you are lost and did not have faith? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, and to give you not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. In this speech, I will be talking about a little bit of the backstory of Jeremiah, my personal experiences with this verse, and the application with this verse. Now, Jeremiah, during this time, the Israelites were they were captured once again, and this is during the reign of Zedekiah, and it took Jeremiah about 40 years to write this. Now, it did not take him 40 continuous days to write this, but he wrote this from about 627 to 586 BC, and his purpose was to mainly prophesies Jerusalem. He's basically talking about how it will rise up and then it will eventually fall down. And then he also talks about that we are the clay and God is the potter, and he wants us to exactly the way he wants us to be. And basically, Jeremiah is just a prophet telling us about what is to come and for the Israelites. And I got all this information from the Complete Guide to the Bible. And just like Jeremiah, many other writers told stories about God's plan. And these are some of my parallel verses: Isaiah 55, 8 and 9, which I'm not going to read it for you because it may take a long time. But in summary, it basically says that God knows our feelings and he can't change any feelings that we have or control over our body. And basically in today's world, just meaning that God has plans for us and he knows what he's doing for us. And another cross-reference is Psalm 92, verse 5. And this, in summary, says, the Lord's thoughts are so deep we cannot comprehend. So we cannot be like him, we cannot think like him. We can just be nothing like God. And also, Jeremiah 31:17, which says, is like a declaration of hope. So just like Jeremiah 29:11, it speaks of hope and that we are going to have a future in Christ. There are many examples of this in the Bible, and some of this mainly occurs to Abraham, as him and Sarah are really old in the Bible, and they are past the age to bear children, and he wants to continue his descent, but is unable to do so. So she says, "Go have a kid with your servant," and then he says, "Okay," but he eventually doesn't do that because God says no, he doesn't want to. And this child that was born by an angel, his name was Isaac, and later on in Isaac's life, Abraham would actually go and sacrifice him. He would not sacrifice him, but he would be told by God to. And this is a great example of faith and trust in God, that Abraham knew what he was doing and trusted God. Now, this can be easily applied to believers, but maybe not so much non-believers. As believers, we know we have been instructed that God will take care of us and everything will happen for the right way. But maybe not non-believers, because they don't have as much reassurance as maybe Christians do, and they have the free will to believe whatever they want, so they can believe anything, pretty much. And as a believer, I sometimes find it hard to trust in God, which is kind of weird if you think about it. But if you look at, I have these right here. So these have my confirmation verse on them. But so like this, I can't be like, because I have this and it has a Bible verse on it, I can have faith. You have to really read the words on it and believe truly what they say. And so some of my personal experiences with it goes back probably 6-7 years ago to the first couple times I broke my arm. And I was really mad at God because I was like, well, you can't do sports anymore. I was just really looking at the negatives. And I was like, does God not have any protection over me? And actually, I felt lost and helpless, and I just felt really bad. Now, the last 2 times I broke my arm, I was like, does God hate me? Why is he doing this to me? And my mom actually, on the way to the hospital, she's like, God doesn't hate you. And then she actually quoted Jeremiah 29:11. And that made me think about it more. And I was like, okay, maybe he does have a plan for me, and maybe he's doing this for a reason. And this is probably one of my favorite verses in the Bible, because of that. In Oklahoma, this was my class's verse for the first 4 year up until the 3rd grade. When I moved here, it was more just. So, in conclusion, I hope I informed you a little bit about Jeremiah, the book, not in the class. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. I hope that next time that you may feel lost or hopeless, that you may turn to this verse and verse of guidance.
Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause.